Hello, welcome to Survival ABCs. I'm at Eldred King Woodlands Park today. I just finished shooting a video of my Grand Trunk hammock. This video is about my little survival tip of the day. Today I don't have my bush knife on me, unfortunately. I seem to have misplaced it. I didn't lose it. I know it's in my car. My car is a huge mess and I don't know where it is. But I do have my backpack with me here. But, it's always a good idea to carry some gear on you. Like I said, I always carry my bush knife on my belt, except for today. But I thought I'd show you guys the little ferro rod that I picked up just recently, a little bit of new gear that I have. I got it here in my pocket, right here. This ferro rod is the biggest one I've ever owned, and it's definitely the biggest one I've ever seen in person. I've seen bigger ones on TV as well as YouTube or other places, but this is the first one I've actually seen in person. So as you can see, I've obviously used it once before already, twice actually I should say. There was a hole drilled through the bottom of it, and it came with some cheap paracord just to carry around your neck. And this brings me to my survival tip of the day. It's always a good idea when it comes to very important tools. You should always keep some tools on you, but not even that. For this tool, especially this tool, because this is like my primary fire making tool, which is the ferro rod. In this particular case, I have this bright shiny rope, this nice orange and yellow rope. I like to call it my fire cord. It's not literally the fire cord, like the cord that you can pull out the inner strands and set fire to, actually. It just has that bright, nice fiery color to it, and that's why I like calling it that. But this brings me to my tip, is that I actually keep this attached to me. I don't just keep it in my pocket. I'll actually keep it literally attached to me. Hopefully you can see that. I got attached to a carabiner on my belt with a little bit of a leash to it. So I'll give it some little bit of length. Right there is roughly about 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet. So that way I keep it in my pocket, but I still have that basic leash. Most of the times I'll actually keep the cord all bunched up in there, and I just keep it attached with a carabiner onto my belt, just like that. And this goes for just about most ferro rods that I have. I'll keep it attached to me in some way. I'll try to keep it attached to a brightly colored paracord, not necessarily this orangey one. I have another one that's red, and I'll keep that attached to a ferro rod, and I'll keep it in my pocket. That way when I'm using it and I set it down, I don't run that risk of losing it. If I were to stand up, walk away, this is coming with me. So right there, it's roughly down to almost my ankle, not quite, but close. I like to have a little bit of length there, so that way if I'm sitting on the ground, I'm sitting on my knees, or I'm sitting cross-legged, I'll still be able to use it properly without having to detach it from me. It's a good idea to have stuff like this, attached to you like that way you don't lose it. Axes, similar kind of idea. I don't always keep it attached to my belt. It's only when I'm going out on the ice like this, where I'll actually attach the axe handle to my belt, so that way if I'm chopping through the ice, get to the water, and you accidentally slip and you lose your axe on the ice, and that way it's attached to my belt, and therefore I won't lose it. I don't do that trick all the time for my axe. It's just for my ferro rod, really, and a few small little things like my pocket knife, or a little small pocket knife, or even if I was just using my multi-tool, I'll definitely keep it attached to me. Little things like this where you can slip out of your pocket and possibly lose it. Hopefully having a little leash attached to it is always a good idea. So that's my little survival tip of the day. Oh, before I forget, for people who are wondering, this is a ferro rod is 1/2 inch diameter, and it's roughly 5 inches long.